Hello and welcome to the small scape. Who wants a tour of the Nano Nook? Well, welcome back to the channel. I was going to call this the 2021 tour, but it's not. It's not the closeout of 2021. It is the beginning of 2022 tour. So the January 2022 tour of the Nano Nook. This tour will comprise all of the tanks that I have, all of them that I have in my little section of the basement fish room, and that comprises 10 tanks. In years past, I did get up to 20 tanks, but as a lot of fish keepers do, even those of us who love nano tanks, frequently you will move up sizes for nano tanks, and I've done that in a number of situations here. A lot of these tanks you've recently seen that I have recently set up on brand new sparkly Scape. Really excited to show them off again. And so others are, maybe ones that you've seen before. So hopefully you enjoy the tour. Let me know which one's your favorite and why, and what's your favorite fish. If you could have any of my fish, which one would it be? I'm just dying to know who wins the popularity contest. But I hope you enjoy, and let's get to the tour. Well, here is the Nano Nook. This is 9 tanks of my 10. The 10th is just outside of the Nano Nook. And just so you know, any of the fish or plants that we've done species profiles on, I will put them down below. Here is a little tank that resides right outside of the Nano tank. It's kind of like a welcoming tank to my Nano Nook, and I just did a video on this. Lots of lessons I've learned from this, and anybody can learn from this, but it's really fun because it has currently my absolute favorite shrimp, which are the yellow Neocaridina shrimp, and my beloved Hydrangea formosa, tiny little fish, and it's such a fun little community tank. And I just did some trimming here, pulled out some of the val because it does pop up a whole bunch of places in the tank, but it's just a fun little tank and very peaceful to watch. Starting on the right side, which is the side that faces the rest of the fish room, these are 4 7.5 gallon cubes that I gotten a couple years back from Flip Aquatics, and he was kind enough to give these to me, and I just love them. This one is one that's being rescaped very soon, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but I have some glow light tetras in here and also a betta from KG Tropicals. If you're looking for any fabulous bettas, I highly recommend you head over to keepfishkeeping.com because they have some stunners. Now this tank I just rescaped. This is the first of the 4 that I rescaped, and like I said, I'm going to be rescaping probably the other 3. This one is my Baddest Asamensis. He's a real stinker. I renamed him from Killer to Blaze, and now he's just a good boy. He hangs out all by himself, and he still gets to hunt down his snails, but he's very personable, always looks at me when I'm coming by, and the tank is looking really, really good. There is, in a few of my tanks, I do have a little bit of green hair algae popping up, but I have just recently added some hornwort, and I'll keep that under control, but it's not a rarity to have algae pop up here and there. This is another one of the cubes that has a betta that was gifted to me by Kasha at Creative Pet Keeping, and I had seen her at the latest GCCA swap, and she gave her to me. She doesn't have a name yet. I put her in here with my white cloud minnows, and they are just a peaceful little bunch. I also have some pygmy cories along the bottom, but this is another tank that I escaped a long time ago, and I just really want something different, and not really quite sure what I'll do. If anybody has any suggestions, if I'm going to rescape these 3 cubes, what would you like to see? Any particular rock, plant? What are you thinking? Here's another one with a betta who's really getting up there. His name is Fireball. Next, my 11-gallon bookshelf tank. This one I really love. It's my Candy Cane Island. I just did this a few weeks ago, and I love it. I could watch it for hours. Along the back there is some green hair algae, just a little bit, that I'm working on getting rid of, but the corkscrew valve just really it cracks me up every single time I see it, because it's just such a fun plant. And then some of the Anubias that's growing in nicely even outside of the water. If you'll see my candy cane tetras, they've colored up significantly since I got them. And my Betta Oreo is just blends right in. I think she thinks that she's part of the gang. I also have some Cory cats along the bottom that provide a lot of interest down there, and it's just such a peaceful, interesting tank to watch, and I've always wanted to do an island scape. Lots of different Anubias in here that's growing in nicely, and also Bulbitis. I'm anxious to see how fast that grows in, but so far it's doing really great, and I just love it. It's just a fun, beautiful plant. This is a new tank. This is one of my 9-gallon bookshelf tanks that we got from Lifeguard Aquatics. They gave these to us, really great. And I could probably use a better sized tank, but I needed something for extra plants. So this is not attractive. It's very boring right now, but it holds a lot of my moss balls and extra plants, which is great to have just basically an ugly tank. Now this left side, this is my most recently scaped tank, and I love this tank. It's so fun to watch all these tiny schools of fish. This dragonstone is amazing, and I'm still really loving the light colored sand. Who knew? There's the Anubias along the back is doing great, and I see the chili raspboras frequently hanging out underneath those big leaves. They really seem to like the cover, so when I added the hornwort, I'm thinking they're really going to like that as well. The hydrocodal in here is growing up towards the light and kind of creeping along the rocks like I expected it to. That's going really nicely. And the microsword in the front I just love, and most of it's staying down pretty nicely as well. Not a lot of fish will mess with these plants in here because they're so tiny. I don't have any diggers really. I have some pygmy cories, but they're very well behaved and they don't cause a big mess. These celestial pearl danios are beautiful, as are the green cubitai. I could watch this tank for hours, and I think I probably already have on several occasions. I really like them with the ember tetras as well. Really a lot of really nice color in this tank. If you've never attempted a tunnel style scape, I highly recommend it, and especially when it's sloped up towards the back, it adds a whole lot of dimension and just a whole lot of interaction for the fish. For them, it's a lot of fun for them. It's also fun to watch. This is the first of 2 of my 20-gallon long tanks. I love this. This was a large tank for me when I first set this up, but I love how it turned out. And this big rock that looks like it has a bear paw in it. That's what the common consensus is. And that's actually what I refer to this tank as, Bearpaw Tank or Bearpaw Island. And I have black neons in here, which are really great. I have a powder blue gourami named Emmett. He's got a little messed up fin, so I call him Emmett because he's the special. I also just added 4 crebensis, and they're a mix of regular and albino, and I've never been a huge fan of albino fish, but this one, Mr. Primetime assured me I'm gonna love them, and I do. They're so beautiful. Yes, they are digging. I knew they would. I prepared myself for it. So yes, they are making this tank their own, and it's all good. They're just so fun to watch. They actually crack me up. They're just so goofy, but they all get along really great too. along with the neons. They're just kind of chill, and I'm really happy. There are also a couple of shadow cats in here that are very elusive, but every once in a while I do get to see them, usually around the center of the tank within the woodwork, kind of hiding out. But it's a really fun tank to watch. I stuck with only one type of plant, and that's Vallisneria. Very difficult. I did have some hard time controlling myself because I do like to have multiple kind of plants, but it's fun to have a single kind of plant. This is my plant only tank. This is my first one. It's kind of my farm tank, and it's also known as Green Acres. It's going through it's kind of serving its purpose. I've pulled out recently a number of crypts that grew up in here, and I was able to use in other tanks, which was really fun. And I have a lot of corkscrew val growing in here as well. That's really loving life. I've got a bunch of buse in the back growing up, and a moss ball here and there, and my beloved green neons. They look so beautiful in here. I also have a betta. My betta Elizabeth is in here, and she's just very relaxed, and they color coordinate very nicely. And especially when you add in those I just want to call them purple, magenta mystery snails. It's just a whole lot of really fun, bright colors in this tank. Well, that was your January 2022 Nano Nook tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, let me know, what was your favorite tank? What was your favorite fish? And again, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.